For many people who are older, living alone, or perhaps feeling chronically dysregulated, suffering does not come from a lack of opportunity or worth. It comes from a nervous system that is undernourished. We tell ourselves stories about what we are missing, such as love, money, companionship, a sense of purpose. But what the body is actually asking for is coherence. When the body is deprived of regulation, the mind generates longing and fantasy to try to solve a biochemical problem with imagination. What we think we are seeking outside ourselves is almost never the thing itself. We are not truly seeking a lover or more money or constant entertainment. We are seeking the brain chemistry we associate with those experiences. Dopamine for motivation and reward. Serotonin for stability and well-being. Oxytocin for safety and connection. Endorphins for relief and ease. And when those chemicals are low, the mind reaches outward or backward, creating stories of hope or regret. We are either looking to the past, trying to cling or prevent a past experience, or we are looking with anticipation towards the future. These are closed doors that we have to choose. But there is a third door. The third door is always open. It is the moment we stop outsourcing regulation and start providing it directly to ourselves. Instead of waiting for another person or a future event or a change in circumstances to regulate us, we learn to generate the neurochemical conditions of coherence within ourselves. This is not spiritual bypassing, and it is not emotional suppression. It is physiological responsibility. And when the body is regulated, the stories we make up lose their urgency. And this is where practical engagement matters. For example, drinking water when you wake up supports hydration and cognitive clarity. Getting 10 minutes of sunlight helps regulate circadian rhythm and serotonin production. Gentle, intermittent fasting can improve metabolic health and mental sharpness. Movement, such as going to the gym, Tai Chi, walking, dancing, these increase dopamine and endorphins. Music, learning songs, playing an instrument, creating videos. These stimulate reward, focus, and meaning. Even standing on one foot 10 seconds at a time, this brings coherence and balance to the brain. Even stretching and balance practices preserve neural pathways that support confidence and physical trust as we age. I even keep a list on my front door of simple actions that bring me back into engagement with life. Go to the gym, get sunlight, drink water, practice Tai Chi, learn a new song, go bowling, go visit people at the coffee shop. These are not distractions. They are deliberate ways of giving my nervous system what it needs so I do not collapse into fantasy, isolation, or passive stimulation. And this is the teaching of the third door. It's not the past with its regrets, and it's not the future with its promises, but it is the open doorway of now, this moment, where coherence is practiced, not hoped for. When you give yourself the chemistry of self-regulation, you stop chasing relief and start inhabiting your life. Peace is no longer something you are waiting for. It is something you generate, one grounded choice at a time.
Something major is happening right now, and you can feel it. The timelines are actively shifting as human consciousness evolves, and more people are waking up, becoming more self-aware and noticing patterns that they never saw before. And as that awareness rises, anything unconscious becomes impossible to ignore. And this is why it feels like the world is splitting. Not in a dramatic sci-fi way, but energetically. One timeline is built on fear, control, and distraction and unconscious repetition, and the other is built on awareness, truth, responsibility, and coherence. And you're not being pulled into one. You're choosing through your frequency. And as consciousness increases and evolves, lower density patterns start to feel heavier and louder and more dissonant. Relationships stop fitting. Systems feel fake. Conversations start to feel more empty. Old timelines collapse in identities. Things that once felt normal now feel intolerable. And that's not something going wrong. That is discernment activating. This year marks a massive acceleration point in the gap between conscious and unconscious timelines widening fast. So what you tolerate, what you consume, what you agree to, everything matters more now because it locks in your trajectory. So if your life feels like it's rearranging, if you're seeing through illusions, if you can no longer participate in what once felt acceptable, that isn't chaos. That is alignment. And you're not losing anything. You are outgrowing timelines that cannot come with you. So stay grounded, stay embodied, stay in integrity, because the future isn't coming. It is being selected right now by your level of consciousness.